word of caution, Lord Swtor. If my time investigating Darth Naal's work has taught me anything, she did not like visitors.
I do not fear the dead. I knew the moment you asked me here, you finally understood your limitations. It is no secret. Your role in the hand of the Empire should have gone to me. You are clever, I'll grant you that, but weak. We were never truly equals. Your expertise does have its uses, however. Get on with it.
As you wish. Do you know what this is? No, of course you don't.
The mouse shows some teeth. Amusing. But look at this. You've saved me so much time, Rivix.
Don't do anything foolish. You're right, Swtor. We are not equals. But you do have your uses. Priority message for Lord Wrath. I've found something very interesting.
I'll kill you.
I don't fear the dead either.
Put it down.
Of course. Tau Adair, isn't it?
I'm not here to talk.
What a shame.
Would you look at that? Perfect timing. Here we go.
I've only just arrived, and you're already here to welcome me. Your hospitality is awe-inspiring.
You found something belonging to Darth Nal?
I believe so. As for what it is, that is still a mystery. I have a theory, but that is all it is, a theory. I brought it to you in the hope that you could confirm it. Colonel Gola and Talos Drellick have been hard at work, combing through everything we've found, using the data to pinpoint other locations that may have been under Darth Nal's control. But their expertise only reaches so far. You, however, have specialists and resources at your disposal that could identify what we've found.
Maybe all the cutting-edge technology in our research laboratory can help. We'll take it there.
To your fascinating Hutt scientist. I welcome the opportunity to speak with him again.
You say that now, but 5 minutes into his theory on heliocentric gravitational constants, you'll be changing your tune.
Nonsense. That sounds fascinating. Lead the way. I am eager to learn what secrets this relic may be hiding.
See ya!
Slept a full 8 hours last night. First time since Coruscant.
Not now, Sahar.
Just try. I know you have it in you.
That's not what your precious Jedi said.
It's what I'm saying.
Enough! I found my way without your sorcery. Hedda cut my slave collar with this. She gave me a choice. Die or fight back. I fought, and I excelled, Sahar. The day I became a Mandalorian, I knew I found my home.
I hoped you would find success. You always had fire.
I had little choice. Some earn what they have. Some are given everything.
And some lose it all.
You dare speak to me about suffering?
Even the best armor has flaws. Spaces between plates of Beskar steel where blood can be drawn. The events of Runuk have shown me our flaws. I planned for Shevisla to find us. She did. I challenged her and was nearly defeated. An outcome that was not expected. How could my plans so miss the mark? I asked myself. I looked and finally found my answer. Someone did not honor their agreements. Someone valued credits over their own life. Bask's son used one of his pretty machines to make sure I didn't win the duel. He died like a coward. Because of him, we lost Runuk. Because of me, we gained a great deal more. Sahar, can you come up here? This one brought me something taken from the clutches of Darth Malgus. Something so powerful both the Sith and the Jedi race across the galaxy to claim it. With Sahar's help, we can unlock its secrets.
I told you, Hedda. We shouldn't do this. It's not safe.
You're right. It's never safe to change a galaxy. Never easy to fight corruption and hypocrisy. But your brother said you would face anything to restore balance. Each of you will gather the resources needed to make my vision a reality. You will have your assignments, but none will know the whole plan except myself and Sahar. At long last, we will take back what is ours.
I meant to say before, I ran into your old friend when I found Null's relic, Tau Adair. She put up quite a fight. She tries so fiercely to hide her contempt, yet she fails spectacularly.
The Jedi must be looking into Darth Null's history as well. We did what they couldn't. We captured Malgus. What makes them think they'll find anything before we do?
Determination, bordering on obstinance, delusion disguised as confidence, all typical of the Jedi. I'm sure they're desperately searching for their wayward Padawan.
Over here! I do believe I've found something. But first, you must tell me more about this containment device you encountered. What did it look like? How did it work?
The intricacies of the device were fascinating. I would be more than happy to go over the details.
I want to hear more about what you've uncovered. I sense something violent about this relic. The longer it's in my presence, the feeling grows stronger.
Your perception is spot on, as usual. From the results, I can say with certainty that what you found is the remnant of a lightsaber. But there is more to the story.
What else did you find?
A very interesting clue. My equipment also found microscopic fragments of the lightsaber's power source. By all indications, the crystal used to construct the weapon originated in the Adika system.
That is curious. Before recent decades, Sith did not typically use Adigan crystals. They were favored by Jedi in Darth Null's lifetime, if she lived as long ago as we hypothesize.
So, why did Darth Null have a lightsaber that was built like a Jedi's?
A very pertinent question.
The answer may be more apparent than we think. We know Darth Null created the Children of the Emperor. Perhaps she used the crystals in her method of binding Jedi prey to her master.
What else could she have built with them?
In theory, the possibilities are limitless from all she seemed to know. Someone who does not shy away from knowledge, no matter its source, in order to create, to expand their awareness. It is admirable.
I'm not sure the victims of Null's mind control techniques would agree, but I see your point. This might be the time to speak to Malgus again. You can ask about the interesting discoveries we've made here today.
We're getting closer to understanding how Darth Null worked, but we still don't know what Malgus is trying to imitate. Not for certain, at least. Perhaps this new discovery will entice him to speak.
I do not envy you having to attempt any sort of communication with that ill-tempered brute.
Thank you both for your help on this.
It has been my pleasure.
I am more than happy to be of service. Now, Dr. Ogorob, about that containment device.
The chat you had with Dr. Ogorob paints a better picture of what Malgus may have been up to. Darth Null's work on mind control says a lot, but combining Sith and Jedi toys? That's big news. Malgus following in the footsteps of someone with Jedi connections is a plot twist I wasn't expecting. Never mind Hedda Cole getting her hands on Darth Null's holocron.
Malgus told us his plan will succeed, no matter what.
Which makes knowing what's on that holocron even more important, and he's our only lead. We're not running blind, however. What we learned about Darth Null's Jedi influence does give us something to go on, though admittedly not much.
Heads up. Looks like we have a special guest.
Tell these droids to get out of my way. I need to speak to Malgus.
They answer only to the Empress and cannot be overridden, Shay.
Some higher-up is all sweaty about my past contracts with Malgus. They've got no understanding of how those things work.
One of those contracts was destroying the defense grid on Coruscant during an Imperial invasion.
I was there to do a job. I did it and moved on. You should understand that.
Perhaps, but permission to interrogate the prisoner is restricted to a select few.
I'm going to find out if he's working with Hedda, with or without permission.
She's the leader of the Mandalorians. Shouldn't she have access?
She can take that up with the powers that be. Right now, we're wasting time.
Yes, we are. Time you don't have. Look, you didn't trust me to handle things on Runic, so I don't really trust you either. But we both need this. So, what's it gonna be?
We'll work together on this.
Smart move.
Doesn't change the fact that Shay isn't on the VIP list.
Then put me on comms.
Comms? To listen in?
More than that, Shay can give advice during my questioning.
Malgus had a few bad habits when I worked with him. I'm betting they're still there. If you listen to me, we can trip him up.
Risky, but the situation calls for it.
At least we'll be in full control. If anything seems wrong, we can shut it down.
All right, everyone, be on your guard. Time to pay our guest a visit. Ready?
Always.
Bottom line, threats are useless against Malgus. He fears nothing. You keep talking about putting an end to what he wants, and we'll get nowhere. Make him think you understand. That's the key to getting anything out of him.
If you explain to me what you hope to accomplish, maybe I can help you. Maybe there's another way to finish what you started, a way that others will accept.
Few minds can comprehend my vision.
There are none like you in the galaxy. But you are alone.
That is a strength. Attachment becomes weakness.
Good, he's talking. Risk a question.
I was surprised to learn that Hedda Cole was part of your plan.
She wasn't. My designs are much greater than her petty civil war. The Mandalorians are fractured, a broken people. They struggle to decide who they are. An endless cycle of waste and fodder. Useless.
Big talk from inside that cell.
I can understand how someone would think the Mandalorians are unreliable.
Watch it.
But I haven't once regretted having them as allies.
Not yet.
Slippery Chikari. Okay, maybe Hedda wasn't part of his plan, but something sure as hell changed.
Do you still believe your plan will succeed without you? Is that why you let others carry the torch?
Strength begets strength. All else will wither and fade. Even you.
If my fate is already set in stone, then you might as well tell me what it is.
You are no different from anyone else. You will witness my reckoning. I will tear apart the corrupt systems that allow weakness to infect the galaxy. I will stop the rot. I will burn down all of their failing legacies and see who embraces the flame.
More of his mystical Osic. What about the holocron? Does Hedda have something she can use against my people?
Who whispers in your ear?
Do not ignore me, Malgus. I am not finished with you.
It is too late. Your thoughts are plain to me, Mandalore the Avenger. Your rage consumes you. There was a battle, and your prey slipped through your fingers. Your people are divided, while Heta Kol gathers her army. You are right to come begging for answers. Heta will destroy you.
Where is she? Dinila Hutun! Answer me!
Can you not see it? The past looms over us all, a shadow of unchanging history. There are fools who believe they can outrun the shadow. Without a flame to chase it away, it will consume them. They are doomed to repeat the same failures. None who have stood by my side have understood this. The only one who could have is my enemy. A shame that you and I must remain that way.
Nothing lasts forever.
Greetings. I'm relieved you answered. I must make an unusual request.
What's going on? Is everything all right?
Yes. For the moment, I have been summoned by the three. What they had to say has left me disquieted. Meet me at these coordinates on Voss, and I will explain in greater detail.
I sent you to look into the origins of one of Darth Null's relics. I haven't heard any updates.
What I found. It is best if I show you in person. I will await your arrival.
Voss. Well, at least it's nice this time of year.
We have enough mysteries to contend with without getting the Voss involved. They're not exactly known for being straightforward. Sana Ray sounded unlike herself. I do hope whatever she has to tell you isn't too troubling.
You're here. Sana Ray hoped you would come quickly.
Arkin, I wasn't expecting to see you. Welcome back.
Thank you. I am glad to have returned. With something useful, I hope.
Sana Ray didn't tell me you'd be here. You caught me off guard.
I'm sure it slipped her mind. She has been speaking to some other Voss about something, and she has seemed unsettled.
You have arrived. Good. I have been waiting to show you this. When we first uncovered the existence of Darth Null, I could not imagine that tracing the origins of one of her relics would lead here. The strange ruins Arkin found on the planet in wild space. They were resistant to his presence for a reason.
But together we found something.
What you are about to see. Darth Null possessed a talent that was unique among her kind. Through the Force, she could connect her mind to another's. Darth Null could speak to someone's most hidden desires, reach depths of their thoughts they could not reach themselves. Over great distances, she could mentally bond with anyone who could feel the Force. In those who did not recognize their own abilities, she awakened that realization.
Sharing this knowledge was unacceptable to those around Darth Null. She was ostracized, friendless.
Darth Null took those who would follow her to an empty world in wild space, where they could do as they pleased, without judgment. Null taught her disciples how to forge mental bonds as she did. They called out to others and invited them to their sanctuary.
But Darth Null was careless. She made contact with someone she shouldn't have. The Sith Emperor, as he was then. He took advantage of her mistake. He ruthlessly pursued her.
Before the Emperor could reach her followers, Null locked many of their secrets away in the ruins Arkin found. Null and the others fought back against their captors, but their fate was sealed. The Emperor dominated the minds of her disciples, bent them to his will, enslaved them. After that day, Null's followers became servants of the Emperor, and she became Darth Null.
If the Emperor made her Darth Null after she was captured, who was she before?
She was no one. At least, not after she was expelled from the Jedi Order.
You're telling me that Darth Null, the woman that Malgus blindly reveres, she was a Jedi?
For a time. The account of Darth Null's removal from the Jedi is told from her own perspective. We do not know much about what transpired before that, other than what she was called, Master Renaya.
Every time we learn something about Darth Null, it adds more pieces to the puzzle, and we still don't know what she did inspired Malgus's plans.
But now the truth has come to light. If Malgus wanted to hide it forever, he failed.
All that you found about Darth Null, why did I have to come to Voss to hear it?
After I heeded the Three's request to return to Voss, I heard whisperings. Rumors of a vision that caused great concern among the mystics. The Three forbade them to speak about what was seen. A revelation centered on Darth Malgus.
Why won't the Three let anyone know what's in this vision? It could be something that affects them.
Just as they refused to explain the contents of the vision, they refused to give a reason. It is their right. The Three know well the value you would place on hearing the details of this vision. But they would never share them with an outsider, even one of your status, unless you gave them a reason to.
Can't you ask them about the vision?
They would not reveal it to me. But there is another way. Despite our best efforts, some of our most sacred temples have yet to be rebuilt in the years since Valen's assault. The Shrine of Contemplation is too deep within Gormak lands. The work is slow, even with aid from the few Gormak who have chosen to continue their alliance with the Voss. The Three are overseeing progress at the Shrine of Contemplation now. If you were to approach them and offer your assistance, perhaps you will change their minds about the vision. You have a reputation of persistence and tenacity. They will not turn you away so easily.
I've already made an impression on them. This shouldn't be difficult.
It has been years since you first came to Voss. The members of the Three have changed many times since then, but they all expect the same courtesies. Be conscious of the struggles of Voss. Be considerate of our views. Little else is needed.
I'd like to speak with you for a moment, before you depart.
Here are the coordinates for the Shrine of Contemplation. I will send a message ahead to the commandos there to expect your arrival.
You wanted to speak to me about something?
All this talk of visions, it reminded me. Something strange happened while I was away. As I searched Darth Maul's ruins, every step I took felt so familiar. Like I had been there before.
Darth Null was captured from that place by the Emperor. Did your father, when he was Valkorian, did he ever return there?
If he had, he would have never allowed me to accompany him. Something I'm grateful for now. It was confusing, distressingly so. I was so certain I had stood on the surface of that empty world, even though I could not remember when or why. I spoke with Sonore about this sense of familiarity. It didn't take long before she understood what I was feeling. I was there, in those ruins, once before, during the ritual in the Shrine of Healing.
How is that possible?
I am unsure. This realization awakened other memories of what I saw while the Voss healed me. I believed they were dreams at the time, but Sonore believes otherwise. She says they were visions.
What else did you see?
In truth, it is all still a blur. It was as if I lived decades in the span of hours. I saw centuries worth of horrors committed by my father. I felt the rage and the cruelty born of my desperation to please him. The suffering and the devastation I caused, it was all made plain to me. When I learned what my father had done in Darth Maul's ruins, old fears resurfaced. I was afraid I saw those ruins because I was doomed to follow in his footsteps. But there were visions of hope as well, of serving a greater purpose. I saw the work I could do, how I could dedicate myself to atonement. Like helping you stop Darth Malgus. Reliving that vision, it reminded me that I have far to go before I can be forgiven for all that I inflicted upon others. If that is even possible. But I am moving in the right direction.
We can't know for certain when the things you've done will fade from memory, but you shouldn't give up. It will be difficult, but any journey worth undertaking is.
You're right. I have fought so many battles in my life. Only now I have found something worth fighting for. I don't think I could have ever seen things in this light without your help. There will never be enough I can do to thank you.
I had hoped the Three's presence would encourage everyone to work harder. Nothing has improved.
And they will make it known.
Greetings. I am Maton Jar. This is Kodum. Sonoray sent word that you would be joining us. You keep the company of strange associates. I wonder, is it a testament to your character? It is irrelevant to the problem at hand. Together, we, the Shrine Restoration Initiative, have rebuilt much of the damage inflicted during the Eternal Empire's attack. Many shrines in the vicinity of Voska are fully restored.
Nei så fundi ko nagda neva eak nagnan ni matan. Nei så fundi ko nagda neva eak nagnan ni matan. Kontrai ko avaitran namaya chong dito.
We understand that you hope for an audience with the Three. They are here, but wholly consumed with seeing us expedite our work on the Shrine of Contemplation. Should you help us arrive at our goal?
Tran vienmongi ho vabaka vihutroi qua tu fulam. Mostran fiti mi kukonua. Quantai lapwa uatbon neudan piokotova. Komniku wai bam lui chotai fai lai angor sun nei lam sayo.
They have lost control of the excavation droids. That is troubling.
Puavaska, Bamki na Gungham Trongwan Lao, the Chow Troksha.
Wait. Before one enters the Shrine of Judgment, one must be cleansed. The workers perform this ritual before entering the shrine. The outsider must do the same. The outsider will prevent any harm from coming to them. But unless the ritual is performed, desecration of the shrine is assured. I have faith that this simple task will not deter someone with your skill. I cannot force you to do the cleansing ritual, outsider, especially in this urgent situation. But should you choose to honor the customs of Voss, go to the Altar of Clarity, at the edge of the settlement. I will guide you through the ritual.
This is the Altar of Clarity. To begin the ritual, gather sacred incense from those crates and burn it. Good. Now you must wash the ash from your hands. Use the base. Thank you, outsider. You are free to enter the Shrine of Judgment.
Hey. Nobody better mess with us now.
Kin man kotrava chetta, team.
Thank you, outsider.
Why is this happening?
This always does the trick.
Tran vienmongi ho vabaka vihutroi qua tu fulam. Qua mingwang gam jiwan qua magilan va. Ne so fondi ko nagda neva ak nagnan ni matan. Kundi tremoyo pot masang. Kwai kong ni bao li ching tong doro ngao. Ni go wai dap wai chakamrang. Kong ni wai he triole. Kum ni ko wai bam lui cho tai fai lai angkor sun nei lam sayo. Nei so fondi ko nagda neva ak nagnan ni matan. Kum ni ko wai bam lui cho tai fai lai angkor sun nei lam sayo. Huavaska bam ki na kung ham trong wang lao da chao trok siya. Nei so fondi ko nagda neva ak nagnan ni matan. Ambo mongbom tulran kati kumin mo ko nambang.
All better. Nobody better mess with us now.
Kung klung sa am doting na mani how lay may. Kontrai kua vai tram nam maya chong dito. Huavaska, bam ki na kung ham trong wan lao, the chow trok siya. Nei så fundi ko nagda neva ei ak nagnan ni matan. Yet naman tatay lo voy tamok. Nei så fundi ko nagda neva ei ak nagnan ni matan. Kom niku wai bam lui cho tai fai lai angkor sun ei lam sayo. Dan foi vutagan aknan chok tontai. Vebegor nesafun. Iko wai tapwai chakaran. Kongi wai he triole. Dan foi vutagan aknan chok tontai. Vebegor nesafun. Huavaska, bam ki na kung ham trong wan lao, the chow trok siya. Get that me, troin von tu kuha toy. Nei så fundi ko nagda neva ei ak nagnan ni matan. Huavaska, bam ki na kung ham trong wan lao, the chow trok siya. Vid no what, ding no tang mo. Iko wai tapwai chakaran. Kongi wai he triole. No hungry yak la mulo yumi. Vagi Utep the tongue truen. Dan foi vutagan aknan chok tontai. Vebegor nesafun. Huavaska, bam ki na kung ham trong wan lao, the chow trok siya. Iko wai tapwai chakaran. Kongi wai he triole. Dan foi vutagan aknan chok tontai. Vebegor nesafun. Unding trang vindong fa nangirich mung kumodiwa. Kumniku wai bam lui chotai fai lai angkor sun ei lam sayo. Oyi siguro wak ramba gabafute. Nei så fundi ko nagda neva ei ak nagnan ni matan. Iko wai tapwai chakaran. Kongi wai he triole. Vaideren ang kordati lavat.
You're good to go. This always does the trick. Nobody better mess with us now.
Eyes on the floor. Do you hear me? We can't have you running around messing things up.
What did
I just say about not moving? Stay put. It's for your own good. Heads up, we got an intruder! Stand down now! I don't have time for this! Time for this. Time to die.
Then vutagan achnan choktontai, vebegor nesafun. Vi går wide up wide chakamran. Kumongi wai he triole.
Lumbo muambun tuturulan katehe kumni mu konamban. Kumnue ji wai bam lui chao tafai luengor se nao lam la sao.
Kumniku wai bam lui chotai fai lai angor sun ei lam sao. Nei så fundi ko nagda neva ei ak nagnan ni matan. Vi go wide up wide chakamran. Kumongi wai he triole. Kumniku wai bam lui chotai fai lai angor sun ei lam sao. Nei så fundi ko nagda neva ei ak nagnan ni matan. Den vutagan achnan choktontai, vebegor nesafun. Vet no what dingo tangmu. Puavaska, bam kik na kungham trongwan lao, the chow troksha. Nee så fundi ko nagdaneva aknan ni matan. Dan foi futagan aknan choktontai. Vebegor ne så fun. Nee så fundi ko nagdaneva aknan ni matan. Unding trang vindong fa langirich mung kumodiwa. Lam duak, vi gong ropa la nid na kakamaki. Dan foi futagan aknan choktontai. Vebegor ne så fun.
There is a considerable amount of Gormak technology in this. How did the invaders come to possess this? Kodam, choose your words carefully. What do you know about this?
Huavaska, bam gig na gungham trongwan lao, the chow troksha. Ni go woi tapwai chakamrang. Kumongi woi he triole.
That is encouraging to hear, Kodam. You are correct. The next step is to learn all we can about them. Our researchers will study this device and divine its purpose. Doing so will allow us to track the invaders and avoid unnecessary destruction.
Kumniku wai bam lui chotai fai lai angkor sun ei lam sayo. Nei so fundi ko nagdaneva aknan ni matan.
Your actions have given us leverage in this fight, but the harm done has been extensive. Our work in the Shrine of Contemplation was already behind. Zerka's presence has thrown the reconstruction into chaos. Some damage can be repaired. But if we cannot complete the restoration, it will leave a lasting scar. Until the work has resumed, the three will not turn their attention to you. Your offer to help is a telling display of empathy for both the Gormak and the Voss. I want you to understand why all this is so critical to us. You were born with the ability to wield the Force. You were trained by another. You learned how to control it, how to use it. It is now a natural extension of who you are, just as it is a natural extension of my people. Now, imagine you are part of a society that works to hone your abilities to a greater purpose. Our shrines are built for this singular purpose. But now those shrines, built over generations, are destroyed, reduced to rubble by the Eternal Empire. In that moment, it was as if our eyes were shut. We were cut off from our purpose. We do not restore buildings. We ignite our purpose once more, until we find that light again. Everything else, the invaders, the truce, the relics, is secondary. Perhaps. But as I said, we cannot risk chaos in the tunnels because of a random search. Never fear. There is much to be done. We need help in ways other than stopping the invaders. Offer your skills, and the three will notice. Do you understand?
Huavaska, bam gig na gungham trongwan lao, the chow troksha.
The importance of what they do cannot be understated. Now, I must update the three on the situation. They will be most disappointed to learn how the invaders obtain the devices we are researching.
Vet no what ding no tangmu. Dan foi futagan aknan choktontai, vebegor nesafun. Unding trang vindong fa langirich mung kumodiwa. Kumniku wai bam lui chotai fai lai angkor sun ei lam sayo. Ang pak kinoto minfu, drojin tranghan. Dan foi futagan aknan choktontai, vebegor nesafun.
Outsider, you received my message. I apologize if I appear unwelcoming. I am not accustomed to seeking help from your kind. I am left with little choice. 2 mystics and a team of Voss commandos are missing. They are in my charge. I must find them. Thank you. It has been some time since anyone spoke to me with such determination. I requested assistance from the Shrine Restoration Initiative to help me search, but they do not respond. Their lack of attention is the cause of this situation. Until they see this, more will be lost. The initiative is slow to act. The mystics asked to begin work on the Shrine of Silence. They were ignored. They did not wish to wait for approval and disappeared in the ruins of the shrine. They have not returned. I have asked other commandos to help me find the missing. They refuse. They say the Shrine of Silence is cursed. Yes, one of the many sacred sites used by the interpreters. It is the one place that has received no attention during our reconstruction efforts. They do not say it, but it is plain to all. The Shrine Restoration Initiative fears what is inside. There is none. We are commandos. It is our duty to shield the mystics, even from dangers we do not understand. That is why you are best suited for this task. You are not affected by what we Voss fear. You can guide the missing Voss out of the Shrine of Silence. Your concern is appreciated, but unnecessary. They are alive. I know it. They have to be. Go to the Shrine of Silence. You will see.
Think you scare me? All better. You're good to go. Good to go. Here we go again. You're good to go. Here we go again. Ow, that hurts! How's it going, my lord? You're good to go.
Welcome to the Shrine of Judgment, and please pardon the dust. While restoration is in progress, we hope you enjoy this trial version of my audio tour program. Follow closely, and watch your step.
Judgment is one of the Voss Interpreter's most crucial tenets, and this shrine, one of the oldest in our world, has long been an important pilgrimage destination for many interpreters in training. In this chamber, there was once a mural of a popular parable, which served as a lesson for many young Voss who walked the path toward interpreting visions. Please approach the tablets to continue. There once was a young Voss, the only in his family to survive the brutality of a Gormak assault. He began to see visions, so other Voss proclaimed him their mystic. Though he was untrained, the others followed his judgment in all things. In one vision, he saw a Mavor covered in blood, so he ordered a hunt. All the creatures were decimated. In another vision, the mystic saw an outsider holding a tablet under his cloak. To protect the sacred relics of Voss, he ordered all outsiders banned from his village. In his third vision, the young mystic saw his friend attack another Voss whose back was turned. He sentenced the attacker to a life of hard labor. The fourth vision lasted for 3 days, during which time the young mystic was unresponsive. In this vision, he saw the truth of those he had hastily condemned. He saw that the blood-covered Mavor had killed no Voss. She was a mother protecting her pups from a predator. The outsider stole no relics. He was returning one thought lost forever. And finally, to the mystic's great shame, he saw that his friend was no assailant. He was helping another Voss who had been choking. From that day, the mystic learned that any action taken from his visions required caution and patience. He learned to seek counsel from his fellow Voss, who took on the role of the interpreters.
Thank you for participating in the trial phase of the Shrine of Judgment audio tour. Due to lack of resources, any feedback you provide cannot be addressed at this time. However, I do hope your experience was educational and fun.
better.
The Fountain of Purity is functional again. I thought you would be pleased to hear it.
Thank you for letting me know. I hope the repairs last longer than the previous time.
You have been busy aiding the restoration efforts. I make no promises, but the three may grant an audience. Of course, if you provide additional help, they will look favorably upon any business you conduct with them. They did. I have their findings here. They confirm the purpose of the device, to locate objects touched by the Force. Perhaps this explains why you sensed something strange about it. Why would an arms dealer like Zerka hire mercenaries to find these items? Why risk war for a remote chance of finding something they cannot use? An ugly thought, but I accept the truth of it. Once we became aware of what the device can do, we feared what Zerka might find in the depths of the Shrine of Contemplation. You should begin your search for the invaders there. Stop Zerka, and bring anything you find back to us. Do this for us, and your audience with the three will be secured.
The Gormak camp took considerable damage when the invaders attacked. They are lucky so many...
You're good to go. You're good to go.
You do good work. How you handled my incompetent colleagues back there. Beautiful. It will save me a lot of paperwork when I report back to Zerka. You are correct. Though I confess, it does get me into trouble at times. But let me explain the situation, with a little added detail. The Voss keeps all kinds of dangerous objects lying around. That's why we're both here, yes? We know some would make powerful weapons. In the right hands. The Gormak understand this. I do have to hand it to them. Their ways with technology are impressive. Second only to Zerka. They could turn the right artifact into a new balance of power. Very noble, but I am here for quite the opposite. What you have there is the prize. It's a record of the Jedi's influence on the ancient Voss. Normally, I don't need an armed escort to retrieve historical documents, but in the right hands, this one could severely undermine the truce. We get the Voss and Gormak fighting again. This world is open to Zerka operations, weapon sales. Oh, the possibilities are endless. It was easy. Everything is, when you know the right people. Now, I do need to be on my way, so I'm going to hand this chat over to my good friends here. It's been a pleasure.
Nobody better mess with us now.
Where have you been?
Nico wai tapwai chakamrang. Kumangi wai he triole. Kumniku wai bam lui chotai fai lai angkor sun nei lam sayo. Nei so fundi ko nagda neva ei aknagnan ni matan. Kumdi tremoyo pot masang. Vet no bot ding no tang mo. Tra ni den mo shecham bargot matin shong.
Thank you. It would have been disastrous if outsiders possessed this.
Den för vutagan achnan choktontai, vebegor nesafun. Nigo wai tapwai chakamran, kumongi wai he triole. Kumniku wai bam lui chotai fai lion gor sun ei lam sayo. Den för vutagan achnan choktontai, vebegor nesafun. Den för vutagan achnan choktontai, vebegor nesafun. Vievkron min tunsankwi.
Do not let Kodam's words disparage you. You have succeeded in your task, outsider. The three have taken notice of the progress the initiative has regained. They know who deserves the credit for this accomplishment. An interesting recommendation. Before this artifact is returned to the Shrine of Contemplation, I will see that its contents are shared. At least within the Shrine Restoration Initiative. If that is all, you must be eager to return to your original purpose. You are granted the audience you seek, and I am proud to have helped you earn it. Whatever knowledge you pursue, I hope you find it. May the words of the three guide you to your victory.
It is time. The three have asked you to appear before them. Your actions have left an impression, a rare achievement. They are waiting for you now.
You aren't coming with me?
It would be best if you went alone. There are some questions I have yet to resolve with the three.
What are you talking about?
When the Eternal Empire threatened the galaxy, my presence in your alliance was understandable, but much has changed. The Outsiders' wars no longer concern Voss. We have our own struggles. The three want to know why I do not return and continue my duties as a mystic. After I joined the Alliance, I no longer had access to interpreters who could derive meaning from my visions. For the first time, my actions were determined by my own decisions, and a Voss who chooses to remain with outsiders is a Voss who is forever looked upon with doubt.
I had no idea you chose us over your own people. That must have been difficult, but I'm glad you stayed.
It was a simple choice. You have given me the opportunity to lead, to help others face uncertainty. That is a greater purpose than I ever found as a mystic. I've kept you too long. The three will be wondering what has delayed you.
Outsider, do you understand the importance of this meeting?
This isn't my first audience with the three. I met with your predecessors, without incident. I think this will go just as well.
I am inclined to agree. I believe you are worthy of the knowledge we plan to share. There has been a vision. Its contents are disturbing.
Life will be reshaped. Scales unbalanced.
A wave of change rises and falls, beyond the reach of Darth Malgus.
And as he dreams, he awakens a great power. One that will tear the galaxy apart.
If you know all that, you must know a way to help me stop Malgus.
It is not so simple.
Should Darth Malgus perish, this catastrophe will transpire more quickly.
Haven't your people had other visions of disasters? What makes this one so different?
You are familiar with the visions experienced by our mystics. The role these prophecies play?
What your mystics see is very important to your people, your government, your societal rules. Everything relies on these visions.
And from these revelations, the interpreters show us the path, the decisions we must make to preserve our home, our way of life.
But in this vision, we see no outcome. There is nothing to guide us. The interpreters are united in its meaning.
The three, the Voss. We can do nothing. We are powerless.
This shrouded prophecy will come to pass. The foundations will be shaken, the pillars raised. The chaos is unavoidable. But whatever is to come from this, it is you who will choose the fate of us all.
Our destiny is in the hands of an outsider. Do you see why we shield our people from this?
Calm your fears. I will do everything in my power to protect Voss from what you've seen. And I do not make that promise lightly.
A grand assurance. We will hope it amounts to more than that.
Whatever part you play in this, enemy or ally, none of it will happen without you. You must be ready. We will be waiting.